Oh, hey. Hey, yo, this is Dash. And today I am doing something. I can't make this stuff up.
So it's a mixed bag here.
Okay. This is another one of those experiments.
What do you mean by that?
And a lot of times, or more often than not, I don't bring you along for these experiments.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be.
But today, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing, only because I wanna document it so that I can keep track of if this works for me in the future. So today, I'm back at the Weber Kettle, and it's the day after I made hot dogs. So there's the progress on the snow melting. But I'm gonna show you guys something. There's a pork shoulder that I have on a rotisserie that I've seasoned like it was a porchetta. And we have it just hanging out. I have my charcoal going in the corner there. I'm going to cook this slowly, and we're going to see what happens. Look at that. Ooh, keep hitting the handle. Yeah. So we're going to see what happens. Victor, there are 5 strings on this particular pork shoulder. I guess I might as well just tell you about what it is. This is a pork shoulder that came from Butcher Box, and it is a half boneless pork shoulder. What I ended up doing was I kind of butterflied it, rolled it out, put some pesto and some complete seasoning all along it, rolled it up, tied it up, and then got it on my spit here. So, with that being said, I'll bring you guys back in about an hour and I'll check on this.
Get ready.
All right, welcome back. Smoke is rolling. So I put a piece of applewood on here, and there's a decent amount of smoke, and I see it is actually, starting to get some heat on it. So the charcoal is caught in the corner, and kind of using the snake method for it to catch the rest of the charcoal, but I'm just gonna leave it be. It's only been a half an hour. I wanted to kind of make sure that the fire caught. Nothing worse than starting a fire, thinking it's rolling, and it goes out. So I figured I would come out here and check it just to make sure that the smoke was still rolling on my pork shoulder porchetta. I don't know. All right, well, I told you guys I'd check in an hour, so in another half an hour, I'll check on this, and I actually have a dentist appointment today. So I'm going to check on it again right before I go down to the dentist, and then I will be back. Once I get back from the dentist, show you guys what's going on. I'm headed out the door, but I figured I would check on the pork shoulder, and I brought my thermometer out here, or a thermometer, so let's check and see what the temperature is doing. That looks pretty good. So far, let's see. We're only 62 degrees. So we are, there you go, 67. All right. But that is applewood back there, and the applewood goes great with pork. So my charcoal is lit, my applewood is lit. Looks like we're getting some decent color on the pork shoulder. I should be back in about an hour from the dentist. Oh man, if you guys could smell this. Oh, this thing smells good. Man. Man, that thing's looking pretty good. Let's try to get a temperature up. That's pretty good. Pretty even. Looks like my wood is pretty much done. Charcoal is still going. I think I'll open up the vents just a little bit, let some more heat in, and we'll try to get some more crisp on this thing. But looks like it's coming along nicely. We are 3 hours in. All right. Anyway, all right. I'll see you guys in a bit. So, this thing smells pretty fantastic. We are 4 hours in, and looks like we've kind of hit a stall. Oh yeah, there's 160. Now technically this would be done, but we're letting this ride. So I'm gonna let it sit out here. I'll be back out to check on it in another hour. I am back out at the cooker, and you know, noise. But this thing's looking pretty good, though my fire seems to have damn near gone out. Oh yeah, look at that. All my charcoal is done. So we're gonna have to get some more charcoal down in there. So this is another one of those instances where usually, and this is why I didn't start filming this until I did, but typically this cook would be something that I would have done without filming a video. But because I already started the video, I'm going to try to go through with it. And I'll tell you guys what happened. So, my meat looks the same because, well, my charcoal basically went out. It looked fine, and I could see embers and I could see it glowing, but it was just a very little bottom bit of the charcoal that was actually glowing. So now I have a charcoal chimney that I restarted. So I'll be back out here in 15 minutes to get the slow and sear set up. And actually, I think I might even take the water pan out and then put the slow and sear kind of directly up underneath of this meat so that I can try to cook it a little bit hotter and faster. I can't make this stuff up. This is another one of those instances. This is why I practice the cooks before I actually show you guys sometimes what I'm doing. We got flames in the charcoal chimney. Say that's good enough. Oh, let's get the top off here. Sorry. All right. So looking down in there, I'm going to, see, I really don't need to move it or do anything much else. Just going to let it cook. All right. Another hour. Oh boy. Does the look on my face kind of give away I'm over this? But, I mean, it is what it is. Oh. All right. So, my pork shoulder is looking way more done. And 175 degrees. 180 degrees. Trying to decide if I want to let this sit out here a little longer or do we send it as it is? Because I'm not really trying to pull this. My intention with this was to kind of have it like if it were a porchetta. So I think I'm going to go ahead and finish this. I'm going to turn this off. Turn off the rotisserie. All right, we're going to get this out of here. And I'm just going to walk it in the house. I'm going to go get a tray so that I can put that on. For all intents and purposes, it's done. All right, so I am back in my kitchen and I have 5 strings I need to find. There's 1. There's 2. And then there's 3. along this plane. 1, 2, 3. I don't want to have a repeat.
Flashback. So I'm trying to chew on some of this that's out on the outside.
Yes.
I'm finding it hard to chew through.
Okay.
This part, I don't know what could have been different about the outside, but the inside is delicious.
All right.
The outside for me, just to like the more outside part, it was fine, really.
Well, maybe that wasn't outside part. Maybe it was just a part that was it the twine? Did you give me some twine?
Oh, maybe.
My husband gave me twine.
I forgot to cut it off. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you're right.
I was just giving like I can't chew this. I don't
sorry.
know what this is.
Had this been an SCA event, I'd have been disqualified. Wow, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
End of flashback.
All right. So, kind of the bad thing is the strings went around the fat and a little ingrained in there. This thing smells pretty good. I'm going to cut into this thing. The outside is pretty charred, pretty good. And it smells really, really good overall. Actually, cut a piece of it. And then, baby, you want to come taste this?
Did you try it?
No, I did not. Because I asked you to try it.
It smells good.
It does smell good. I said it smelled good. I just don't know if it needs to cook longer. But I don't know how, I wasn't really trying to go for pulled pork, so.
No, it's tender. Doesn't need to cook longer, and I'm worried if you cook it longer, it's going to get
Dry out.
Because right now it's borderline. The first piece I had was fatty, so that's super good.
That's why I gave you the outside edge with the fat piece.
The second piece I had was all white meat.
Drier.
Right? It's drier, but not, I'm really sensitive to dry.
So it wasn't like pork loin dry, it was just pork shoulder dry.
How about I say it?
All right.
It wasn't, because I don't know the difference. What you're
Pork
telling
loin
me.
is, there's no fat inside of the pork loin. Where the pork shoulder, there is some fat in the pork.
Maybe, and I'm pretty sure that's true, but I can't co-sign with that because I can't be like, yeah, that's exactly how I feel, because I can't co-sign with that.
That's fine.
However, you know how sometimes I get something dry, it's like chicken or something, and I can't swallow it, or if someone overcooks a steak.
Yes.
And I'm like, I'm gonna die. It doesn't do that.
All right.
Right. So this is good. But I'm worried that it will become that.
If I cooked it longer, or if it just sits and dries out.
Like, I don't know what to do to keep it from turning into dryness. The flavor is awesome, though. I just need to eat the fatty pieces, and I'll be happy.
Well, that's this part. But I don't know. I feel like if I cut it up into pieces and you just had a couple different pieces, like I feel like if you mixed some of the outside edge with the inside, that the fat would stretch a little further than just eating the fat bits, if that makes sense.
No, I hear you.
Also, the strings have a little bit of the fat bit, from the outside edge. I don't know if you wanted to gnaw on the strings because there's fat and seasoning.
Thank you for for offering.
I mean,
but, I'm going to pass
so
on
then-
that.
that's
The,
what-
the non of the string.
Been there, done that.
Was it the twine? Did you give me some twine?
Oh, maybe.
My husband gave me twine.
I forgot to cut it off.
I wasn't going to bring that up. I wasn't going to throw you a pass in
No,
your face.
because the whole thing is, I'm looking at you, Victor. Victor will, and Victor does frequently.
Oh, that bite. I didn't like that bite.
No.
That bite was burnt.
Oh, that was. Sorry.
So it's a mixed bag here.
Okay. Definitely better with porchetta than it is pork shoulder.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I
But this
mean,
isn't
this
bad.
was
The
an
flavor's
experiment cook.
So I like that we experimented because, you know, something new. I'm still chewing. So that some pieces are wonderful, so other pieces are just white
Blah.
meat. And I'm not a white meat girl. I'm a dark meat girl. Other people will love it.
You might be right. All right, well, there's an experiment. I didn't know how it was going to turn out, and I didn't know what it was going to be. Learned some things about the charcoal and the slow and sear, especially that royal oak charcoal. It did go, I won't say it went out, but it took longer than I expected. But the last hour or so, I just cranked it up, and now you're just looking for the fat bits.
Yeah.
All right. I cranked it up and finished it. So this finished, it was at like 180, 185 degrees. And I think it turned out great. I think it turned out great. Just the smell of it, you're like, it's kind of a mixed bag.
The fatty parts are amazing.
Yeah.
That barky part where just a little layer of fat underneath. I don't know if people. This.
Just show them.
There's a. So here, right?
Point, no.
Oh, where am I
Right,
pointing?
yeah, right.
I can't see that. I can't see what I'm showing them.
All right, hold
My
on.
eyeballs don't work that way. So like.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
See, there's the meat, but then right here, there's like a little fatty underneath the skin. It's not a thick layer of fat, but it's just a little bit of fat, and that part is the good part. So.
You want more of that? I beat her to it. Anyway, thank you guys so very much. This was an experiment cook. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to figure out how to refine this and do it better. But anyway, thank you guys so very much as always for watching. As always, love to see you back. Make some comments. If you have some constructive criticism or feedback, please leave it down below. And we'll see you next time. All right. Roll taste test number 3.
More butter, baby.